Going? All right. So, anybody here fans of the local soap opera? You know what I'm talking about? AdaCountySheriff.org. I check that shit every day, and it's always got fun treats, and it was down for 10 days, man. I was jonesing like a crackhead out of money, and I'll tell you what, but it finally came up, and the very first day that it was up and running again, there was a special treat. There was a very special treat. There was a gentleman, and I use that term loosely, that was arrested for assault and battery, and his last name was Struck. Oh! There's always fun treats around the holidays. You see whole families that get arrested. Ah, yes. Husband and wife combos arrested for burglary. It's just beautiful. My all-time favorite reoccurring arrest in AdaCountySheriff.org. You'll see this. It says strangulation, and then in parentheses, attempted. No shit, because strangulation succeeded is a completely different fucking charge. What they need to do is strangulation, parentheses, failed to give these losers their fucking due. That's what they need to do. Anybody in the room raised up poor? Like poor? Oh, I think I might have some people now. Like hamburger helper wasn't helping shit. Like, you know, your mom's looking at the back of the box and it's like, 1 cup of milk? What do they think? We're made of money? It's just water and boiled noodles, and it's just depressing. That's the way I was raised too. And then recently, I'm over 50 years old. I'm reading the back of the box, and I had a moment. Like, there's some fucking rich people out there. Did you all know that hamburger helper is supposed to be a goddamn side dish? It's not. What? Yes, it is not supposed to be the whole motherfucking meal. I had no idea. And then it made me go down a doom spiral too, because like I said, we were raised up poor, like going to churches to get the emergency boxes, and there was always a hamburger helper. Who were these people that thought we couldn't afford noodles and spices, but we can afford hamburger? Kind of dick move when you really think about it, kind of douchey. I think that one has some potential, so I might keep that one. So everybody enjoying the new, Idaho has 5 official seasons. We really have hit fire hard this year. Fire, people that are new, it starts like 2 weeks ago and goes until the snow flies. Right about October, we're going to be dealing with this shit. And then we have the heat wave too. So like if you went outside to smoke a cigarette, it was like you were double dipping, and you kind of felt like a cigarette. You were just hot and smoky all the time. It was just the greatest thing in the world. I don't know. That's a sucky one. I think I'm gonna leave that one alone. Okay. I was raised pretty redneck, and somehow, some way, I'm turning into a fucking twee old white lady. I don't know how it happened, man, but just tonight I had this moment where I was happy with this thought. It's like, ooh, that chia wrap, that vegan chia wrap that I made with the lettuce and the pecans with the chia, and then I had dates and Royal Dance butter cookies for dessert. Who in the fuck have I become? What has happened? I know most of you children, most of you are too young. Once upon a time, we had a place in this town called Adams Ribs. And there's a friend of mine that says it's my fault that they closed. Because every Thursday from noon to 2, they had what? All you can eat ribs. Challenge accepted. I would fast the whole day before, show up right at noon and just eat. They would give you a little loaf of bread and salad. Fuck that shit. All we're having is ribs. The first 2 months, they were like, hi, happy to see you again. About 6 months in, the manager was meeting me at the door with his eye twitching, going, so you're back. They only lasted a year, and a friend of mine said that's all my fault. He's probably right. The ribs sucked, though, there towards the end, but that might have been me, too. All right, let's move on to some real material. Let's move on to some real stuff. Okay. So, I am what? Intentionally abstinent. Now, when you're a lady with gray hair in Idaho, people often assume that this choice, and it is a choice, I promise you, it is a choice, is for religious reasons. That potentially I might be judging some young, beautiful, gentle flowers for their potentially sluttious ways. My darling dear child, my darling angel, do you think that Mama judges you for your potentially sluttious ways? You are absolutely correct. I do not judge anyone for their potentially sluttious ways. You know why? Because I have a theory that was based on a very long acid trip, and it goes something like this. Pussy availability is an internal continuum. The amount of tuna getting towed to Pound Town tonight is the same amount of pussy that's going to get damaged tomorrow night, and the same amount of pussy that got slappy last night. Which means there is no such thing as a slut. There are only unfortunate souls picking up my slack since I retired. Because let me assure you, my children, there have been more loads dropped here than a discount laundromat. I've seen more empty clips than they saw at that country music festival in Las Vegas. Oh, don't awe that, sweetheart. My tubes are tied. No children died in those mass shootings.